Wally. Hi, Wally. Communication person for Auckland Transport.
Years since this offending was brought to light.
Yeah, I mean, this offending was actually uncovered in late 2012, 2013 by the time we brought it to a head. And the reality is it has a major impact on staff morale. There's an association that everybody in the organisation has been involved in these activities, which is quite incorrect, obviously, as the judge, Justice Fitzgerald, has clearly pointed out in the verdict. The impact on us is we have to rebuild the trust and confidence of the public of Auckland to say that we do actually look after their money and spend it wisely and appropriately, and that's an ongoing process that we've been doing since then.
And there's some talk in there as well about reputation damage and things like that. Is that going to be a bit of an issue now for AT going forward? Do you think the reputation has been damaged severely by this?
Look, I think since AT has been formed in 2010, we've done a fantastic job at delivering transport infrastructure and transport operations across the city of Auckland. I think most Aucklanders will hopefully accept that and approve of what we've been doing. This is a minor blemish, which unfortunately, because of a couple of individuals who couldn't be trusted, that have now been brought to justice. So I think that the reputation, while it will harm us and will continue to harm us for some time to come, I think it's something we can build our way out of pretty quickly.
I know this started under the predecessor Rodney District Council, but why did it take 7.5 years for this to be caught?
Well, these issues are complex. As Justice Fitzgerald pointed out, the two contracts that were actually let, one during the Rodney District days and one through Auckland Transport days, all followed probity procedures. The issues weren't actually in the letting of the contracts. The issues were around the way the work was done and given to certain contractors once those contracts were awarded. So very, very difficult, and hence the reason why we needed a real expert team of forensic accountants to actually identify where the issues were actually coming.
How did it actually come to light though, Mr. Edmonds?
I suppose it came about over a number of months where myself and other executives in the business were uncomfortable with some of the behaviours of some of the employees concerned. When we were questioning some of the paperwork that we were being asked to sign, we were asking some commercial questions as to why we were giving this particular supplier this level of work and at this price. And over a period of, I suppose, 6 to 9 months, we built up our view that maybe there was something that was not quite right in the way this work was being done.
But for 7.5 years, a senior manager was able to accept payments from a company which contracted to council.
Yeah, so first of all, we had no visibility on the days before the transport was formed. I started in March 2012 and Mr. Noone became my responsibility from then, and probably by August, September 2012 I was uncomfortable with some of the decisions that were being made. The payments being made between his consulting company and Progems are not something that an organisation like us has the authority to go and investigate. The Serious Fraud Office obviously has wider powers than we have, so we were completely unaware of that. Unless someone actually disclosed that to us, we've got no knowledge of it, no ability to be able to actually go and uncover that.
So that kind of behaviour could continue?
Look, it could continue in any organisation. At the end of the day, these are complex situations, and there's no doubt that it could occur in any organisation, not just our organisation.
You called it a blemish, but during the trial and the hearing today, there seemed to be repeated assertions both by the prosecution and the judge that there was a culture of gift giving to some degree that was fairly widespread. Has the council looked at that at all?
Yeah, for sure. We've made sure that we've reviewed all of our gift and inducement processes. We have a very strict gift policy now. We have also a 6-monthly conflict of interest declaration that's required to be signed off by all managers through the organisation, which we audit on a 6-monthly basis, and that requires people to make conflicts declared in an official way. That goes right up to the Chief Executive and right up through our Risk and Audit Committee. So we're a lot more, I suppose, attuned to those issues now than we were.
So those changes have arisen out of this case?
Yeah, they've been evolving over the last few years. Remember, this case was brought about in 2013. We're now 4 years on from that. So as a normal business practice, we're always looking at ways to improve our tightening up controls around this sort of thing.
So why don't Auckland Transport just comply with the statutory requirements of the Public Records Act and make
I think-
available all contracts worth less than 50,000 and all those subcontractors?
Ms Bright, you addressed the board meeting
Yes, I
last
did.
week, and you're awaiting a letter from our
I have
chairman
a
on
letter,
that, so I'm not
and I'll be
deal
going
with
to the
that
Serious
today.
Fraud Office this afternoon for alleged
That's
criminal
great. Thanks very much.
negligence.
Anything else?
Can you guarantee that no council workers are accepting any gifts from any contractors that contract to council?
That's a rather ridiculous question. How can I guarantee that? I can't. All I can tell you is that we have sound and solid processes in place to declare gifts. Anything over $100 requires a formal gift policy to be filled out, signed by a senior manager for approval. That's to, I think the judge referred to what's considered normal in business practice. You know, a bottle of wine or a, something like that at Christmas time is considered acceptable. If it's under $100, it's not going to get declared. I can tell you the culture in Auckland Transport though is if you get given something from a supplier, 99.99% of our people fill out a gift policy form and send it up to the senior manager so that this can never be questionable, but I can't guarantee that.
But so that's the line. Sorry, Mr. Edmonds. That's $100 is the line.
That's our gift policy.
How about
Okay,
public
that's
officials
enough now.
being private consultants at the same time? What are you doing about
See you
that?
later, Penny.
No, it's a...
Thanks, guys.